What are you
get
talking
triggered
about?
by the Sly Favon comments. They be saying Sly Favon, I think they trolling me.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more.
Cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is...
The Durk case has gained a new snitch. This one in particular is snitching on Durk for placing money to have Quando Rondo dealt with, including giving the details of when Durk sent goons to a gas station to hit up Wando. It reads, Feds believe Durk was also behind the attempt of Quando Rondo in 2021. In the evidence files, it reads, they have surveillance footage and witness testimony related to the attempt of Quando in Georgia. But it also reads how Durk raps in a song, saying, they're on my page like slide. For Vaughn. I know they trolling me. In his podcast with academics, he said, for some reason, I just don't see them. Comments no more.
What are you
get
talking
triggered
about?
by the Sly Favon comments. Still, I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mention a song. They be like, they be saying Sly Favon, I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, them songs is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water.
They aren't using the lyrics against Durk, but are instead using the song's release date to line it up with the gas station hit on Quando. They're also trying to get DD to flip against Durk. However, D is already trying to remove himself from the case.
And that's what DD did. He's basically saying all this evidence y'all got against Durk got nothing to do with me. Why you got me charged with Durk? And that doesn't mean he's going against Durk. That just means he wants his case severed. And I'm telling you, if it's severed, it helps Durk. Because one of the main connective tissue to this conspiracy is saying that Durk told Didi to hire. Didi's saying, I ain't get told to hire nobody. And I ain't hiring nobody. What are you talking about? Why would I hire someone? That's his thing.
With a new piece of evidence starting from a text chat, it made it clear who the snitch is. As it reads, Durk is facing allegations from federal prosecutors that he put hits on O-Block members for not retaliating for King Von. Prosecutors plan to introduce testimony from a witness who claims Durk gave the orders. As the files continue reading, Durk feuds with O-Block member Manaduk over Durk's belief that members were not retaliating for King Von's passing. WAC 100 would react, revealing the truth of the snitches going against Durk.
Life by basically saying he's guilty of for hire. And the only thing that, like, yes, some of these things look suspect. Why'd you go there? Why are these people going there? Why'd you send this message? But nothing. There's no message that they got that says where Durk says, y'all that Quando yet? Nothing says that.
I'm not. You missing the point.
Okay.
They got a witness already cooperating on that. Been had one. We just ain't seen what they said. It's 3 years. One of the cooperating.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So
fact. That's co-conspiracy too.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't need too much more than that. One of them is cooperating. Then in the paperwork, you got the conversation. They say they had it in and out. The other 2 was figuring out how they getting paid.
However, Durk's lawyers tried submitting for Durk's release. With it reported, words from Durk's father have Durk being released on bond. With this being his 3rd attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
Left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the 3rd time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
At the same time, Durk's lawyers argued about the lyric evidence they were using against Durk, which made the prosecutors drop the evidence from the case, meaning they got Durk a better chance of being accepted for bond. As the news wrote, Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willingly throwing away evidence against Durk, while reading it out loud during his court hearing in front of everyone. As this removed the lyric evidence from the file, such as, told me an ATT. Look on the news. See your son screaming. No.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
An exclusive interview from DJ Academics had Durk's lawyer revealing the charges against him are a joke.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ack. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Before the judge was able to make his decision, something concerning happened. The feds were able to get Vonnie to snitch. His file was updated, showing he's no longer in the Bureau of Prison's custody, which means he's been released from jail and is likely on house arrest. Vonnie got his hands on a cell phone and texted someone close to him to speak about the plea deal. However, they flipped on Vonnie and outed him for snitching. Vonnie texted the message, "I'm trying to plea out to a 32, which is the base for M4. Higher. The max is 43, which is life. I'd get -2 points for a plea, -1 point for an early plea, and -2 points for no background. So I'll have 27 points, which is 5 to 7 years. I don't want them to do me like the other guys." Vonnie is referencing OTF Jam when he mentions what happened to the other guys, but more on that later. This is when something strange happened. Van's own father began snitching on him and telling his secrets, as Vannie's own father spoke about how his son played a role in King Von's passing and claims Durk knew about it.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? This was his exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers.
I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he.
At first, it's confusing to think why Durk would want to take out one of his closest friends and someone that was on his side. But when you take into account that they were in a court case together, it makes a lot of sense. They were charged for going after someone in downtown Atlanta. But suddenly, only months after Van passed, the case disappeared. It ended in a private settlement, which leads fans to believe Durk put the blame on Von since he was already passed. As the truth is that Durk got a get out of jail free card because King Von passed.